We joined Candice at Bass Racing indoor interview this morning because of the wind that's quite horrendous and the rain. Candice, with regards to work-wise, what have you managed to try and do with your horses over the last 3 weeks?
Vicky, it's just chaos here at the moment. Everybody's trying to do something and very little of nothing, basically. I think everybody's just, there's nowhere, we don't have tracks at all, so it's a matter of just getting some leg exercise for the horses, basically just trotting and hacking around and splashing through water, and it's, as I say, it's absolute chaos here in the morning. So, quite frankly, doing interviews on, giving horses chances for racing on Tuesday is going to be a very difficult task, I think.
A difficult task indeed, but thank you very much for chatting to us. With race 1, the work riders, Lordfield goes the 1400. Do you think that he could run a place here?
Possibly, Vicky. He's probably looking for further. He's been 1400 his last 2 starts now. Not bad runs at all, but very much a staying type of horse. But it's not the strongest of fields. So yeah, with a reasonably fair draw, I certainly do think that he could have a money chance.
Race 2, number of runners, there's 4 of them. I'll just go through quite a few unraced. Weather King, aptly named, the twice over colt.
Yes, he's a horse that had a wind up before he came into training. He's also a horse that's going to be looking for a bit of ground. He's starting to come to hand now, but will definitely need the experience and further.
In the bag, the Give Me the Green Light gelding.
Yes, a nice colt, Vicky. Also just starting out, and I think we'll probably need the experience first run. He's doing quite nicely at home, or was doing quite nicely at home, but will more than likely need it.
Then you've got Anthony aboard Warm Winter Night. He's had the 4 runs and placed in his last run in open company.
Yes, much better run from him last time since his gelding. He's quite a heavy horse, Vicky, so it takes quite a bit of work. So he's, he could be in a little bit of trouble come tomorrow. He's probably will need it, but I need him to have a prep run before the sales race, which has been now moved to early on in July. So basically just a good prep run for that.
And the last of them, the Horizon colt Morne up on Raffaroon.
Yeah, he's still a little bit backward. It's also just, I can't do much more with him at home now. I need to get him started racing-wise. So I definitely think, especially in the soft going, he'll definitely need his first couple of outings before he starts showing, I think.
Race 3 of the runners. Give Me the Waltz. You've got Elder up. She ran a good 4th on debut. Could she come on from that, or has she come on from that?
Yeah, very nice run from her first time out. Vicky, she's a nice filly, and I would like to think that she's improved from that run. Again, I would love to say that she should have a good chance here, but there's not a lot I can. As I say, it's very hard for me to try and give you any proper sort of feedback on any of these horses. It all depends. Number one, how fit she is, or how fit she was fairly fit prior to all of this happening. So it just depends on how much work she's lost. She's not a big, heavy, robust filly, so hopefully she can get away with it.
And then the other 2 are first-timers, as fate has it, a Vercingetorix filly, and then could it be the Canford Cliffs filly? Those 2 obviously coming out for the first runs?
Yeah, both will need the experience first time out. They're both fillies that with good actions, they move well, but probably also going to be looking for a little bit further. Hard to assess their chances here, but just getting started.
I think that is just getting them out the stables. Race 4, it's the other 1200 metre fillies race. You've got Rainbow Lorikeet with Morne up. Lovely, obviously well-bred filly. Has she come on from her first run?
Yeah, Vicky, I can't really say that she's come on a huge amount from her first run. It was a nice run from her first time out. She certainly didn't disgrace herself. I always just worry about these fillies a little bit that run above expectations first time out, back over the same, having a sprint. Their next start, that sometimes they don't run quite as well as what they did first time out. She is a filly that's probably going to be looking for a little bit further. Nightingale went 2,000 metres, but she's very athletic. She's got a good action, and as I say, it was a nice run. If she can repeat that last run, or if she's come on a little bit, then I'm not quite sure that she's ready to win just yet, but she shouldn't be too far off.
You've got English Mistress, the Master of My Fate first timer, and the other runner is Strata. She's the filly with the form.
Yeah, Strata's got good form in a 1200 this time. I think she was a touch unlucky not to win last time. She'll probably prefer the 1200. Not sure how she'll enjoy the soft going, but she's, on paper she's got an obvious chance. The other filly, English Mistress, very well-bred filly. She's got a lovely pedigree. She's taken a little bit of time to come to hand, but she's come to hand now, and I think, maybe as a 3-year-old she might be a better filly than what she is as a 2-year-old. But ready to get started, I think we'll need the experience though.
Race 7, 2 of them, Nippy Winter and Camille Claudel.
Yeah, Nippy Winter, she seems to be a little in her place at the moment. She's just going to probably run till the end of the season before she goes to stud. Her work is always good at home. I can't say at this stage that she needs to improve, but she does need to improve a little bit on her current form. So she's difficult filly to assess. Obviously, we're just hoping for another win if we can get before she goes to stud, but hard to assess her chances. Camille, Claudel, a little bit in and out. She's not always the most reliable. The last time she ran over the 1,000 metres wasn't a great run from her. So also another one that's not always easy to follow because she's a little bit in and out. But she looks quite well at the moment, and obviously hopeful for either of them to be in the money.
Then we've got, with regards to race 8, it's the 1,100 metres, country time. I know typically 1,000 metres, and Fun Zone, you brought her back and trip. I know she's got no ideal distance, but always competitive. Yeah,
she was in a nice race 2 weeks back, and it ended up getting cancelled just before her race, so she was in a 14. 12's a touch. I think any distance will suit her. It just depends how the race is run. I think if there's enough pace, 1,200 will be fine for her, especially in the soft going, so she could be competitive. The other filly, 1,100, 1,100 would be fine, I think, on good going. 1,100 in the soft going might be a touch on the far side for her, and I'm not sure whether her action will be well suited to this, soft ground. She's very much a daisy cutter action, but it was a nice run from her last time in that company, so just unfortunate that, the going is as soft as it is for her.
In race 9, it's class for over the 1,200 metres. You've got Lunch Money and Benjamin. Lunch Money, obviously, he's doing quite well for himself with regards to form, and Benjamin, we always know he likes a good pace. Yeah,
Benjamin he's had a little bit of time in between runs, so he might just need his run back, possibly, I would think. The other horse, Lunch Money, a good run from him last time. He was running on strongly at the death. He is a horse that's probably looking for a bit further, but there hasn't been an opportunity to go further just yet, so we'll get there at some stage, but I think at the moment at 1,200 metres he's quite capable of being competitive in a race like that.
And then in race 10, it's the Phillies Mays class 4 over the 1950 Royal Invitation. She's in good form, and with the blinkers on, she's really done a good job. Her form has been outstanding.
Yeah, she's, as she's strengthened up, she's improved nicely, and obviously, going the distance that she's looking for, she's done well. Much similar field to what it has been her last 2 starts. Again, I don't think she's drawn that well, but it's not a very big field, so hopefully she can get fairly handy without having to do too much. Tough to go that sort of trip without having work at home, so hard to say, but she's quite a light frame filly, so she doesn't take too much, fortunately.
Thank you, Candice. All the best.
Thank you.
That's Candice taking us through her runners, but it is going to be difficult with all the weather and the intermittent work.